So I've got a buyer who is buying another investment property. They own a number of properties. Here's the problem. They bought a very expensive vacation home that they use for short-term rentals. And they had about 1 year of rent rates on that. But the problem is the guidelines state you have to have 2 years. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, this just makes no sense whatsoever. Like, I don't understand why you have to have a 2-year history on short-term rental when you can get a history of the previous owner, and then you could also use the history of the current owner. So I just called up Freddie and Fannie. Now, realtors, Freddie and Fannie are the two government agencies that approve conventional loans. Lenders, did you know you can actually call Freddie and Fannie and ask them questions? You can. So I called them up and I explained the situation. I was like, hey, is there any guidelines around this? Because here it is. And I kind of laid out the story. And they said, oh yeah, actually we changed the guidelines on that. You only have to have 1 year rent history for short-term rentals. I'm like, oh, well, that's not in the guidelines. Nah, we never really updated those guidelines. I was like, oh, really? Well, I get all these announcements with changes too. I never got an announcement that said this because I definitely would have remembered. No, we never announced this change either. I was like, guys, does this happen? Oh yeah, this happens all the time. So the good news is this borrower would not have been approved if I just simply looked at the guidelines and said, oh, it's not gonna work. Or even worse, what if I told him it would work, thinking it would work, and then an underwriter got it, looked at the guidelines, and was like, nope, can't use this, deal is dead. So instead, did the homework, reached out, made a few phone calls, got the answer that I was needing and hoping for, and got them into a house. Make sure you use a lender that knows how to work the guidelines to your favor and get those deals closed, because every month I'm closing deals that other lenders turned down.